Okay, I got it now.
Yeah. Okay then. So I'll
Okay, thank you
start.
so much.
Yeah, I'll start with the next video very quickly. Now,
Okay.
this is about testing because we are going into testing, but at the same time, I'm teaching people a little bit of outside testing so that job is going to be much easier, right? You get a much better opportunities and chances to get the testing job. If you're applying for a testing job, somebody with the SQL knowledge has more chance of getting the job than somebody without. That's the reason why I'm teaching SQL. Similarly, basic HTML, basic CSS, basic JavaScript, we will teach all of them eventually. But those things will need a little bit more knowledge. But I want to slowly get you introduced to it. So today, what I want to show is the simplest testing that you can ever do is a web page testing. I want to show you how a web page would look like, and then I'm going to share the screen and show you. Is screen shared? Can you see this?
Yes.
Okay. So this is my website koboto.com. Now this is a simple website, not a great website, just a web page, nothing complex, simple one. The reason why I took this to test is this is the simplest test case that you can ever get. People say, hey, test something like this. They look at it and say, oh, test this. This is the simplest testing. But I want to start here because just like the database teaching, I showed you one database table and there are hundreds of database tables. What's the difference between one database and hundreds of database tables? There's no difference. If you can do one table, you can do 100 tables. Similarly, if you can do one page, you can do 100 pages, 200 pages. It's not about the number or quantity. It's about how good you can do testing, right? Now, uh, we learned testing from an academic point of view, right? We learned about testing from a QA standpoint, how the test cases to be prepared, how to test everything. But even if you do all those things, when you start testing, you realize after the test case is complete, test execution is complete, when you send the report, you miss out something. Sometimes I realize I don't even need any test case. I don't need anything to start testing. When I do the testing, sometimes I don't use any of those things. Then how do I test, right? There is a way to test it. So I'm going to show you my one approach to test it. It's called Cowboy's Way. What is Cowboy's Way? Cowboys doesn't have any discipline. Cowboy is like somebody who would never follow the process. Somebody does something very quick and dirty, right? But he doesn't have a huge process. Why I do this is when I see some websites and web pages, I do a quick 5 minutes test. And within 5 minutes, I would find defects that a proper test engineer has not done. For example, I have got test execution result from my team, three member QA team, and I'm not a tester. I look at the result, opens it up. I go to the website in 5 minutes. I find five defects. They didn't find it. So I want to show you how that is done, so that and I am assuming you are learning the proper testing everything from all the material that I provided. This is one way of doing a quick and dirty test on the most simple most item. And every time when the testers test it, they will give me defects. I will find defects they have not found it. Okay. Uh, uh, this is gonna sound so simple, right? It's like making puppet. When an American guy sees puppet, they think, oh, too complex. How did you even make it? The moment he sees puppet is made in a kitchen, he thinks, oh, it's very simple. This is what you are talking about. So the same thing, when after I explain it, you think it's very simple, but most of the people fail. Now, this is a website that you see that looks very simple and four boxes here. And this is my YouTube channel video. This is my wife, Danya. You see that interview?
Yeah.
This is my wife, Danya. So this is a simple website. This is a simple website, and usually when you do things like this, you start from the left-hand side corner. Okay, this corner. So you take a notepad like this, right? This is a notepad, and this notepad is going to be a ruler for you. Means you're gonna expand it like this. It's a sample. You make it smaller, Then you draw it up here and hide the icon, right? Now slowly bring it left or right. Now you see, is the icon aligned properly? If sometimes the icon is 1 degree aligned left or right, it's a little bit shifted, right? Then you come down, slowly bring it down and see the investment here. You see home and investment aligned properly, right? So the first thing I do is called alignment check. Are you guys getting it?
Yes.
Do you see any alignment issues here anywhere? Now remember, here I am checking at the bottom here. This side, is there any alignment issue? This here any alignment issue? Here any alignment
No.
issue, right? I'm checking it. Now at this moment I see a picture here, right? Behind that there's a computer. That computer has an alignment issue, right? The computer is
Yes.
tilted a little bit. But is it a defect? No, it's a picture somebody put as a aligned issue. But if I'm a super duper tester, I would raise a defect saying that there is an issue with alignment with this computer behind it that is tilted by 3 degree. And just imagine your manager sees something like that. My God, you're too picky. You're like my wife. That's what we're gonna say. But that's a great appreciation for a QA. Okay, so alignment check is going to give you opportunity to demonstrate your skills. Okay, check this, check this. Okay, keep checking it. Bring the screen to the bottom and check all alignments. From an alignment standpoint, this is a defect-free application, right? Do you think this is a defect-free application from an alignment standpoint? Do you think is there any defect you can find from alignment standpoint? Anybody?
Only that icon can be make it little more better way.
Where this icon, top icon?
Yeah, that
No,
logo kind of thing.
is there an alignment issue? Is that
Yes.
aligned?
First
no-
box, bottom side.
Which one?
First box.
Go down.
No, that one. That border is a little far from the line. Small business management bottom. Black box. The black box.
Oh,
No,
you're saying
first
this
one,
box is
yes.
not aligned?
Yeah, bottom side. The border. 3 sides are same and the bottom side is not.
Okay, so that's not alignment. We're gonna go there. It's a good find.
Okay.
But you see, you already started finding issues, right? Did you see? Did you notice this in the test case that you created? Test result? Did you catch it in your test
No.
result? No.
No,
Okay.
sir.
Anybody caught it in the test result?
So an alignment issue or
No, the issue that you found just now.
no?
No. You know why?
I
It
just
is not-
mentioned as a look and feel.
Yeah, no. It's not even alignment. What you found, the issue that you found is nothing to do with alignment. But you
I
started
just
paying,
in
you
that
started
bug
paying
report I
attention to
just
the
mentioned.
direction. You
Okay.
started paying attention to the direction. That's why you found it. Okay. Now, alignment test is not complete because we did a vertical alignment. What about the horizontal alignment, right? Highly important. You do the alignment check 1-2 rounds. It's not just vertical alignment, horizontal alignment. Now, what you do is you make this notepad vertical, move it around, and see if any of this place is misaligned, right? Anything misaligned? Is there a misalignment here? No, right? All the sides are aligned properly. So, as a tester, you are going to approve it is aligned. So there's a power in approval. No tester will tell people easily that, oh, it is defect free. They're so scared to tell it defect free. But you need to know how to say defect free in your life. The moment you start saying that, I can complete and certify something as defect free, really? How do you know there's no defect? I did a thorough testing. How sure are you? I'm 100% sure. Can you say that kind of confidence or show that kind of confidence to anybody? Yes, it is possible because you do things like this. So you do this alignment test first. Though alignment test is cleared, that's easy peasy thing to do for you. 5 minutes you can do it. Practice it. Alignment test. Once the alignment test is done, what you do is you start second test called padding test, vertical padding test and horizontal padding test. And what is padding test? Again, you take your notepad. Now, this is not a sophisticated tool I'm proposing. I'm proposing this is why I call it a cowboy testing. This is not, no tester will give you this kind of training. Okay. You get all the academic training, but this is not, nobody will see you. So you take the notepad, then go here, and so there is another thing you can do. You can take a picture and you can bring it here, so you can also measure the space. So you measure the space from this here to here and here to here, right? And you can see the padding here. The left padding is more than the right top padding, right? And you can do that without even looking at it, right? So what you do here is you create a new test case called, you create a defect and saying that the left padding of the icon is 5 pixel less than the top padding. Agree with this already, this defect, everybody?
No.
Is the defect correct? Or more, less or more, right? You know what I'm saying, right? The distance here, the space here is 5 pixel or 3 pixel less, right? Agree?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's a defect, right? Now, when you raise this defect, people are going to tell you you are so picky or you are too much, I can't take this, that just ignore it and all those things. Doesn't matter. Your job is to find fault and be good at it. Find fault at any cost. And no matter who it says, you document it. If people come and tell you that you don't have to find it, ignore it. Oh, I'm ignoring it, but I'm documenting it and ignoring it. You document it somewhere, say that ignored, and you categorize it as cosmetic issue. That means don't worry too much about it. You say that low priority, right? Categorize all those things: cosmetic issue, low priority issue, UI issue, right? CSS issue. You put all the categorization there, okay? But you document it. And the more categorization you can do intelligently, like it's a CSS issue, people know, oh, this lady knows CSS, right? This person knows UI. This person is logical, he's intelligent. That's why she put it low. She knows it's cosmetic issue, no need to be worried about. So you provide more intelligence to the work that you're doing and demonstrating your skill and knowledge, okay? And maturity. Now, what you do is you do this alignment check. I hope somebody is taking notes on this, right? You do this padding test left side or a margin test. We call it a margin. It's not even padding. Padding is, I'll explain the difference between padding and margin. This is margin. Now, after you start doing this margin test, you do it here and do the margin test here also. You do it here, do it there, and you do the margin test here, and there's a defect here, right? You find the defect. Similarly, there's something called padding. What is the difference between padding and margin? So this icon is placed here and it has got a margin of around 6, 7 px here and a margin of 3 to 4 px here on the top. And margin is from the border of that page or wherever it is, how far it is existing. That's margin. Padding is different. In a box, any box, they provide some space before that they will start anything. That's called padding. So padding and margin are one is inside a box, the other one is outside the box, right? Margin is always the box start at margin, but from the margin, from the border of the box, there is padding. After that, the text starts. Okay. Now I want to show you how
Let me ask you one thing.
Hmm.
Padding means the space between each cell, right?
Yes, that's also padding. But let me demonstrate padding to you very simply. You right click here. This is a box, right?
Yes.
Div in HTML. This is a div. Okay. Now this div has got textual data there. This is a div. Now I am going to put this div padding to from 20 to 30. Okay. So what you see is the div here is not the black box, the curved box, right? There is a black box under which there is a curved box. Okay. The curved box is what we are talking about. Forget about this black box. I'm going to remove the black box I'm going to remove the black box. You see a white box now?
Yes.
This is a white box. The border with a border radius, a curved border, that's a white box. What I'm going to do is the white box has got 30 px as a padding. I'm going to change it to 0. Let's see what happens if it's 0. You see, the text came back there. I put 60, the text is there. That's border. You see this? Do you see? Sorry, 3000. Oh, sorry, 10. You see how the padding works? Padding is basically in a, a photo frame. The photo is in the very middle, and the other side it's frame, right? A white frame or something. That's very similar to padding. But the margin is very different. If I put margin here, it would look different. Okay, I'm going to put a margin 100 80 px. You see, it